on YouTube. There we go. All right. Live in 2 places. Welcome to the Pro Singer Success Collective. I'm Arden Kaywin. And today we're going to be talking about my #1 tool for healthy belting. So this is, a topic that I hear a lot about, which is, there are those of you singers who love getting into that high chest voice, power belt, and there are those of you singers who are like, no, like don't want to have any part in that, you classical singers out there. And then there are those of you who really want to be able to understand how to do it, but how to do it in a healthy, sustainable way. And that's what gives high chest voice, otherwise known as belting, kind of a bad rap, because a lot of you don't do it healthfully, and you know that it doesn't feel good. You know that it feels strained and tense, and you get vocally fatigued when you do it. And that's what gives healthy high chest voice, otherwise known as belting, a bad rap. So let's talk about healthy belting, right? Who here needs powerful high chest voice notes that feel good? We all do. So let's talk about the #1 reason why oftentimes your high chest voice notes, your belting notes, don't feel good. And I really don't like the term belting because it implies a force. I'm going to belt that. I'm going to whack that. And that's how most of you approach your high chest voice, is you just want to whack the crap out of that thing. And it doesn't serve you, because when you add that much force and that much pressure to move into the higher part of your chest voice, it does one main thing that makes it feel unsustainable, and also doesn't always make it sound good. And what that is it actually makes you hike your larynx up. And with the amount of force and pressure that most of you put into singing in high chest voice, you destabilize your larynx. So everything in your body is going in and up to push that pitch up and out, and destabilizes larynx. And now larynx is hiked up way too high in your throat, and it doesn't feel good and it doesn't sound good. So the #1 thing you need to understand, and my best tool for healthy belting, has to do with understanding how to stabilize your larynx. So an experiment that I want you to do is I want you just to siren as high as you can go in your chest voice on your support. And first of all, notice if your throat starts to feel like it closes up as you go up, or if your throat starts to, and your larynx starts to feel like you're going somewhere and you're hitting a ceiling, right? So, that's me not using my healthy belting tool to rise in chest voice, and everything is squashing and squeezing and getting stuck up here, and you'll feel that way. So instead, what I want you to visualize is like an Amazon box, that you get when you get your delivery. And, the top of the box can open like this, right? But the bottom of the box can also open. See, most of you, as you rise in chest voice, you take the bottom flaps of this metaphorical box and you push them up in your throat, and now it closes the box even further. I can't go any higher if I do that, okay? So in order to stabilize larynx, we need to give the larynx space to float and to just rest in its spot and not be manipulated one direction or the other. So instead, I want you to visualize that as you rise in pitch on chest voice, on your support, that you're opening the bottom of the box. There you go. I'm opening the box. I'm literally visualizing my throat opening up so that my larynx doesn't get encumbered by the muscles that would otherwise be trying to push and shove the pitch up. Okay. So this requires some sensory perception of what's happening, right? But if you experience tightness, if you experience tension, if you experience that sense of hitting a ceiling, okay, notice that and try this tool out. Visualize the bottom of the box opening and the pitch coming into your body instead of shoving the larynx up, shoving the pitch and the bottom of the box up and out, and then closing everything up, okay? I'm opening my box, okay? So if I'm gonna say, singing, I don't know, Katy Perry's in my head for some reason, firework, your work, instead of firework. That doesn't feel good because I'm pulling the box up instead of opening the box and giving everything room. So play with this idea of a metaphorical box, okay? It's the thing that's going to remove the pressure and allow you to rise higher in chest voice, get into that powerful belt, as long as your lower breath support is there for you. Now, if your lower breath support's not there for you, this isn't going to work because there's nothing anchoring you, okay? And if you need tools on lower breath support, go look at my channel for tools on appoggio, for tools on sustainable breath support for singers. I have a ton of content. Once you have that, open the box and see what happens, okay? So if you're looking at this and you're like, okay, Arden, like I kind of get it, but like I need you to look at me. I need to know whether I'm doing this right? Because there's all kinds of knowledge around the shape and space of your resonance, namely what's happening with your soft palate, what's happening with your tongue, right? Because if your tongue is pushing down, that's not going to work either. Now you're putting pressure on your larynx. We don't want to do that either. We don't want to put pressure on the larynx from below, and we don't want to put pressure on the larynx from above. So when it comes to tongue position, when it comes to vowels, that's tongue, right? Inside resonating space of your soft palate and your hard palate, this is where, when you have the knowledge of the shape and the space of optimum resonance, then a little tool like this, like open the box, is like, there goes head voice. There goes chest voice. Beautiful high belting notes, because all of the tools are now aligning. But if there's other tools that you recognize that have to do with your resonance that you don't have, mixing, head voice, chest voice, vowel placement, smoothing your break, transitioning registers. This is why we're having a resonance breakthrough boot camp. And it's at the end of this week. It's Saturday, the 15th. So 11/15, right? Meaning not the time, I mean the date, November 15th, Resonance Breakthrough Boot Camp. That's what we're doing. And it is a 5-hour boot camp where we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what it means to open your box, what it means to tap into support down below, space up above, so larynx can find that beautiful optimal resonance that's going to be able to, roll around and vibrate around in all that beautiful inside space I'm going to show you how to make. And so we're not just going to be talking about healthy belting. Yes, but we're also going to be talking about all these other things: mixing, transitioning registers, head voice, chest voice, vowel placement. So this is a 5-hour boot camp. And if you don't know about it yet, you've been hiding under a rock. I've been screaming about it because you guys need these tools. This is an A to Z of walking you through all those things. General admission, you guys, it's $87 for a 5-hour training with me. And I know I've had some of you be like, but Arden, I don't get it. Like, what is a resonance boot camp anyway? Like, what is it? And is it for me? Okay, so let me answer a few of those questions just so you can really decide if this is right for you, because I don't want you to miss it if it is. So what is bulletproof resonance? So you guys, over the years, I've gotten to really hone my own resonance tools to come up with a game-changing resonance technique that creates ultimate consistency and stability in your singing so that it becomes bulletproof. So what do I mean by bulletproof? I mean that you can deliver that sound. You can belt, you can mix, you're in head voice, you're in chest voice, you can transition registers. Bulletproof, do those things and deliver when it counts every single time. So it means you have ultimate command over those things: head voice, chest voice, mixing, belting, smooth break, transition registers, vowel placement. And that shows up for you anywhere, anytime, in front of anyone. You guys, I can sing smoothly from the bottom of my range all the way to the tippy top of my range. I can do that at 7 in the morning with like roller skating across the stage with allergies after eating dairy on the most important audition of my life. Why? Because my resonance is bulletproof. And this is the method of learning and embodying resonance that works best. Trust me, I've tried them all. Seriously, like I have tried them all, and I'm only going to teach you what I know works. And once you understand it, it gives you that stability because you understand A to Z, that step by step, every single time. It becomes muscle memory. And then you too can be on roller skates, singing all the way from the bottom of the range to the top of your range, beautifully, powerfully, and consistently. So it's totally different than how I know most coaches teach the foundations of resonance, if they teach it at all. And what this bulletproof boot camp for your resonance is designed to do is accelerate the creation of ultimate power and consistency in your singing, so you can go out there and land those elite singing opportunities that have not been available to you, that you haven't been able to get because of this up till now. And so this is where the real magic is happening for the singers who are in our programs. This is the exact resonance training that students in our flagship 4-month intensive training program get. So, this is the training that takes singers like Amy DeLuca from no gigs to singing full time and quitting her day job. Liz Williams being able to go from doing ensemble and regional musicals to landing a string of equity shows in equity theaters. This is, you guys know our singer Kay Schaefer, who was a total unknown. And then she was charting 28 on the Billboard dance chart in like 6 months. Okay. Like Tess Collins, from vocal injury to headlining at the Carlisle in Hong Kong and being the voice of Estee Lauder, which you guys know, we all know that's a major cosmetics brand. And she voiced all of their commercials. So these results are no joke, but they're all built on having bulletproof resonance. So if you're asking yourself the question, well, how do I know if I need bulletproof resonance or not? Maybe my resonance is fine. So if you deal with any of these issues, then your resonance is not bulletproof. So some of these things, if you deal with inconsistency, unreliability throughout your range, if you deal with tension or strain in certain parts of your range, if you deal with vocal fatigue at any point, if you practice, if you rehearse for an hour, if you do a gig and then you're fatigued, there are issues with the pressure and the space and the freedom of or lack thereof, of how you're using your resonance. If you have difficulty changing registers, going from head to chest and back, cracking on your break, difficulty mixing, issues getting into head voice with pitchiness, if you have a past vocal injury or you're coming back from a current vocal injury, then your resonance is not bulletproof and you need the boot camp. Okay. So I'm going to put the link to join us in the chat right now. And it's also in the post copy if you're watching on Facebook. It's also in the video description if you're watching on, YouTube. But I'm going to put it in the chat for you now so that you can grab your spot, because I don't know exactly when I'm going to do this again. Like I did the breath support one back in September and you guys are all like, well, wait, I didn't get it. When am I doing it again? I don't know. Because I run 3 programs. We have our intensive training program. We have our Singers Alliance program. We have our Singers Momentum Collective program. I do this as much as I can because I want to support you, but I don't know when I'm going to do this again. So if this is interesting to you, like get on this now, because I don't know when I'm going to do it again. So I just put it on Facebook. Oh, Dan, you found it. There you go. Glad you're here. But I want you guys to make sure that if this is something that you need in your singing, that you don't miss this because you didn't know, how to find it or where it was. Okay. So the other question I've had about this is, will I get one-on-one coaching? If you do the VIP option, then yes, you will get one-on-one coaching in several forms. You will get it as hot seat coaching from me during the boot camp, where we will be going into the specifics of a particular part of the resonance technique. And then you'll get up and hot seat coach to make sure that you're embodying it correctly. And that's, the privilege of the VIPs in the boot camp. Plus you will get a group studio class with me after the boot camp in that small group, because we only have 10 VIPs, and to be able to coach one-on-one in the context of the group on all the tools you got in the boot camp. And also you will get a one-on-one coaching with me as well after the boot camp to solidify what you have learned. And so this is the VIP option. I think there's only 3 VIP spots left. And we still have 7 days until the boot camp. They will fill up. So that's important to you. Grab it now. And then everyone who gets to come, regardless of if you're VIP or just general admission, you will get to ask your questions in our dedicated Q&A session during the boot camp. So you will, get to ask me whatever it is specifically, and I will, give you the tools that you need to focus on to be able to get clarity. If you have done any of our free workshops before and you're wondering, well, I did the other free workshop, whatever, should I do this? That's up to you. If you want more support on fine-tuning your resonance, then yes, you should absolutely do it. And if you're good to go and you don't need any more support, then no, you should not do it. If you cannot attend the boot camp, is it still worth coming and registering, even if you can't be there on Saturday? Yes, it is, because you will get the recording of the entire 5-hour training, time-stamped for each individual step that you can go through the boot camp to get all the training on your own time. So even if you cannot attend live, you can still get the training. So it is absolutely worth registering for. Because like I said, I don't know if I'm going to offer this again. I know we had such a massive response to our last training that I knew I needed another vehicle to help you guys use your technique effectively. And so whether you're a member of one of our other programs, or you have been maybe thinking about joining one of our training programs, but you want to see what I'm all about first, this is a fantastic way to start leveraging the resonance training that I'm going to give you, that's helping our singers to really stand out consistently in an industry where singers would otherwise struggle, and get to see if our tribe and everything is something that's a fit for you, while getting really game-changing tools at the same time. Somebody asked me, but Arden, is this going to be just like 5 hours of like pitching your programs? No, this is training and coaching. Absolutely 5 hours of training and coaching. If in the end you want to work with me and our team further, I will be sharing with you how you can do that, but no pressure. You will understand what the next steps could be to trade with us if you want to take them. But the goal is for you to leave the bootcamp with a clear understanding of bulletproof resonance, what it is, how to employ it, and how to practice it. And I hope you'll want to work with us at some point in the future, but that's entirely up to you. So work on this idea of the open box to get some relief in terms of belting, right? Your support goes down, your throat stays open, and then you have all of that freedom to be able to be in high chest voice without pressure, without strain, without pitchiness. So play around with those tools. If you want more support on it, then go look on the link that I put in the chat. That's also in the post copy, in the video description copy, and join us for the boot camp. And you'll be able to ask all your questions, not just about healthy belting, but about all the other resonance tools that we're going to be doing for the resonance techniques that you also need. Mixing, head voice, chest voice, transitioning smoothly, vowel placement, all the other stuff. So again, it's this Saturday, November 15th. The time is 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 5 hours. General admission is $87. VIP option is there. If you want it, you can investigate that. All the information's in the link. Go rock your tools, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.